my dear students, for Standard 5th, Subject Environmental Studies Part 1. Today we will be doing with chapter number 3, The Earth and its Living World, Module 1. My name is Ms. Jagjit Kaur. So students, before beginning with the chapter, let's see what are the learning objectives. So in this chapter, you will be learning about spheres of the Earth, that is lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. And today we will be discussing about two spheres, that is the lithosphere and the hydrosphere. In lithosphere, you will be learning about the continents and various landforms, and in hydrosphere, you will be learning about oceans, coastal region, surface water, ice, groundwater and water vapor. Now students, can you tell where do you get water from? Yes, we get water from rivers, lakes, streams, dug wells and bore wells. Now the next question, where do we lay the foundation of buildings? Yes, we lay the foundation of buildings on various landforms like plain, plateau, island, etc. Now the third question, what need do we meet through breathing? Yes, through breathing we meet the need of oxygen which is necessary to survive. Now the last question, from where does the earth get light and heat? Yes, the earth gets light and heat from the sun. So students, let us learn more about earth in this lesson. On the surface of the earth, we find land in some places and water in others. The earth is surrounded by the atmosphere. There are living things on land, in water, and in the air. For example, we can see various fishes, plants, and other organisms in the water. On land, we can see numerous animals and plants. Then we can see birds in the air. The sun is the cause of many natural processes on the earth. So, sun is the main source of energy that all the living organisms get on the earth. Now students, let us learn about the spheres of the earth. Now we know that everything in the earth system can be placed into one of four major subsystems, that is land, water, living organisms and air. Now these four subsystems are called as spheres. Specifically, they are the lithosphere, that is the land, hydrosphere, that is water, and atmosphere, that is air. Now the biosphere spreads in all the other three spheres, that is lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. Now students, let's learn about the lithosphere. The land we live on is the lithosphere. So we can say that the crust is the outermost layer of the earth, and the upper layer of the mantle together make up a zone of rigid, brittle rock called the lithosphere. Now it is made up of rocks and minerals, and we can say that one third of the earth's surface consists of land. The earth's crust is hard as it is mainly made up of rocks. Now students, when we travel in hilly regions, we see layers of soil and rock along road cuts. We see grassy expanses of land in some places and only sand in others. So the land is covered with crops in some places and with forest in others. So we can say that different forms of land which can be seen at different places are grassy expanses, deserts, forest, crop fields, mountains, etc. And so also sometimes we get to see the deeper layers of soil into which tree roots spread. At others, we see rocks split apart by the tree roots. There are gentle mountain slopes as well as sheer cliffs of rock. All these land features are a part of the Earth's lithosphere. Much of the Earth's surface is occupied by water. The lithosphere extends under this water too. Now, students, let us learn about the continents. A vast continuous stretch of land is called as continent. The Earth's landmass is divided into 7 continents. Amongst them, Asia is the largest continent and Australia is the smallest continent. So now let's see which are the 7 continents. The first is Asia, then second Africa, third North America, fourth South America, fifth Antarctica, sixth Europe, and seventh Australia. Now students, let's learn about the landforms. Now we know that land is not even at all places. The different shapes of land in different places formed due to its unevenness is called as landforms. For example, we can say plain, then mountains, then plateau, valley, hills, etc. Now students, let us learn about the hydrosphere. The hydrosphere is the total amount of water found on Earth. It refers to the water bodies that are found on the Earth's surface. More than 71% of the Earth is covered with water. This water is found in all its forms like ice, water, and water vapor. Running water in the oceans, rivers, and in lakes, ice in glaciers, underground water, and the water vapor in the atmosphere. Then more than 97% of the Earth's water is formed in oceans. So now let's see about oceans. Now the water bodies which form the Earth's hydrosphere are present in different forms. So the first form is ocean. Now, most of the water is in the oceans. The ocean water is salty. So, there are 5 oceans on the Earth's surface, namely Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Southern Ocean, Indian Ocean, and Arctic Ocean. Now, let's learn about coastal water bodies. So now what is coastal water bodies? That is land along the margins of an ocean. It is also called as coastal region. So different coastal water bodies are sea, bay, strait, gulf, creek. Now what is sea? The salty water that covers a large part of the surface of the earth or a large area of salty water smaller than an ocean that is partly or completely surrounded by land is sea. Now what is bay? Bay is a part of the coast where the land curves in so that the sea is surrounded by land on 3 sides. Now what is strait? Strait is a narrow area of sea that connects two larger areas of sea. Now, what is Gulf? Gulf is a very large area of sea surrounded on 3 sides by a coast. Now, what is creek? Creek is a narrow area of water that flows into the land from the sea, a lake, etc. Now, let's learn about surface water. Many streams of water flow over the land. This water is called fresh water since it is not salty. The streams of water may be rills, brooks, streams, or rivers. Out of these, rills are the smallest and rivers are the biggest. Now, what are rills? It is a shallow channel cut in the surface of soil or rocks by running water. And what is brooks? It is a small stream. And what are streams? Water that flows naturally along a fixed route formed by a channel cut into rock or ground, usually at ground level, are streams. Now, what is river? A natural wide flow of fresh water across the land into the sea, a lake, or another river. Now, students, rills, brooks, and streams join together to form rivers. Now, students, what are tributaries? A small rivers or streams joining each other to form a larger river are called tributaries of the river. And all rivers eventually flow into the ocean. Then a river cascading down a sudden drop is called a waterfall. Now, what is cascading? Cascading means pour downwards rapidly and in large quantities. Now, what is lake? In low-lying area of land, water is collected naturally, and this type of water body is called a lake. Now let's learn about the water in the form of ice. So students, we can find glaciers and icebergs in the form of ice. Now in cold regions, the water particles in cloud freeze. These particles then come down in the form of snow. Layers of snow start piling up on the ground, leading to the formation of ice. In the low-lying areas, the ice piles up and becomes enormous in size. This huge mass of ice moves down a slope at a very slow speed. This is called a glacier. And the huge blocks of ice floating in the sea are called icebergs. Now, students, besides these water bodies on the Earth's surface, there is a lot of water stored in the underground layers of rock. It is called groundwater. Now, we can reach groundwater by means of dug wells and bore wells, and many lakes and wells get water from underground springs. And even the water vapor present in the Earth's atmosphere is also a part of Earth's hydrosphere. So we can say that the water or ice that occupies the Earth's surface, groundwater and the water vapor in the atmosphere together forms the Earth's hydrosphere. Now, students, let us summarize what we have learned in this module. We learned that the Earth comprises of three main envelopes, that is land, lithosphere, water, hydrosphere, and air, atmosphere. Then the Earth's crust and a small hard portion of the layer under it is called the lithosphere. Then about one third of the Earth's surface is occupied by land, while about two-thirds is covered by water. Then surface water, ice on land, groundwater, and the water vapor present in the air together forms the hydrosphere. Now students, this is the exercise for you all. The first one is answer in one sentences. The first question is, what are landforms? So students, what are the landforms? The different shapes of land in different places formed due to its unevenness are called landforms. The next question, what is an iceberg? So students, what is an iceberg? It is a huge block of ice floating in the sea is called an iceberg. Now the next question, in the following sentences, underline the words that refer to the landforms. So the first sentence is Anil lives at the foot of a hill. So over here the landform is hill. So we will underline hill. Then the next question, Ria lives in the plateau region. Now in this sentence, plateau is the landform, so we will underline plateau. Then the next third sentence, Harsh loves trekking in the Kashmir Valley. Now here valley is the landform, so in the answer we will underline valley. Then the fourth sentence, Andaman and Nicobar Islands are located in the Bay of Bengal. Now over here, islands is the landform. So we will underline islands in the answer. Now the next question, make a list of the landforms you see in your surroundings and give a description of any two of them. So the answer for that is the landforms present in the surrounding are seashore, plain and hill. So what is seashore? It is the sandy area bordering the sea. And what is plain? It is the flat area. Plain is mainly used as a playground since there are no elevation on it. And what is hill? It is a landform that is higher than the surrounding region but smaller than a mountain. The land is sloping. Thank you, dear students. I will be back with module 2 for the same chapter. Till then, goodbye and have a nice day.